Hey guys, iScooter sent us their new iX7 Pro. Not only is it a beautiful scooter to look at, but it's extremely capable. It really lives up to that name of Pro. In this video, we'll go through all the details about this scooter, the pluses, the minuses of the i7 Pro. And we'll show you how to use a hidden feature that isn't even covered in the instruction manual. First, let's go through the assembly. This is a very easy assembly process. It comes with some good instructions, but you don't really need them. It's 10 simple screws, 4 on the neck, 6 in the back for a fender. And once you get into the menu on this thing, the menu, the buttons, all very intuitive, but the instructions are there to help if you need those. The i7 Pro is rated and built for some light off-road activities. The dual motors with up to 2,000 watts of peak power make this feel more like a powerful e-bike than a scooter. It has a max load capacity of 330 pounds or 150 kilograms, making it more than capable for most riders. We found it held up quite nicely. It has a single and dual riding modes. I'll talk a little bit more about those in a minute, the pluses and minuses of those, but certainly the dual motor mode unlocks a lot more torque and a lot more power. It has 10-inch off-road tubeless tires. We found they held up quite well in gravel and bumpy backyards in the grass. The suspension is on the stiff side for lighter riders, but that helps it hold up with some of the bigger bumps. Really, dual suspension on a scooter, really nice feature. The iX7 Pro can reach a top speed of 38 miles an hour. We found it did that extremely quickly, competing with some e-moto dirt bikes that we have. Very fast acceleration and top speed. 38 miles an hour is quite fast for a scooter. It's not for everybody, and if you want to limit your speed, just stick to the one motor drive. iScooter claims a 50-mile range on this. I don't doubt it. We found the battery held up quite well. It uses a 48-volt, 17.5 amp-hour battery for a total of 840 watt-hours, so quite a bit of range. And it will need to charge overnight, 7 to 10 hours to go from 0 to full charge, but that's pretty typical for a product like this. On the appearance side, this scooter really does look awesome. It has the dual motors, it has the dual disc brakes, it has a carbon fiber look on all the plastics. It really does look like carbon fiber. It isn't, it's plastic, but it gets the job done and it gives it a really sharp look. All right, we're going to show you how to fold this up and get it in the car. For transportation, the scooter folds and locks in the folded position fairly easily. It has a little latch for that. It packs up small and it's easy to lift. All right, so I'm 6'1", almost 200 pounds, pure dad bod, and I was able to get that easily in the back of my Mach-E. There's a reason why when we went on a short weekend trip, we brought the scooter and not a bike. It is so easy and light compared to most bikes, and it fits in the back of a car nicely. Let's talk a little bit about the secret mini robot app support. So if you want to use an app with the scooter, you do not use the iScooter branded app. It is compatible with the mini robot app, and it's pretty nice. There's nothing really about it in the instruction manual. They do allude to it on the iScooter website, but all you really do is you install the app, you walk up to the scooter, it recognizes it immediately. It's really easy to connect to it. I used an iPhone, and you're good to go.
All right, so it automatically connects, which is pretty cool. Once you're in here, you can click on the bike. You get all kinds of stats. You can do firmware upgrades. It didn't need one. And here's probably the coolest feature you can't do any other way, which is hit this lock button. At this point, you cannot operate the bike, and you can't turn it off either. So it won't shut off. So you can't exit this lock mode until you hit unlock. So if you go into a store real quick or something, you can make the bike so no one can ride away on it. So when you're in this parking mode too, if somebody tries to walk away with the bike, the motors give a ton of resistance and an alarm goes off. I mean, you can push it, but barely. I mean, it's really fighting me, and an alarm goes off, which is pretty cool.
Finally, here at Half Chrome, we do like to be realistic and talk about some limitations. One issue with it that my son found, and I agreed with him, was the right grip as you're reaching over for the throttle. Your thumb will kind of rub on the screw. Lucky, it's an easy fix. You can loosen that with an Allen wrench, rotate it down a bit, and that gets a little bit more comfortable. I'll also say the torque in dual motor mode takes some getting used to. It is not really for beginners. So it's not a nice, easy throttle when you're in dual motor. You have to be ready for the torque to kick in quite quickly. However, you just switch it to one motor drive and it's very comfortable and easy to handle in that state. Conversely, in single motor mode, you might struggle a little bit getting up some steeper hills, particularly if you're in bumpy or thick grass situations, so you'll need dual motor for that. At nearly 66 pounds, it may be hard for some smaller riders to lift the scooter into the back of a vehicle, but most people I think will be able to handle this. If not, grab a friend. Finally, the bag we found to not be the strongest. The two straps on the top, they do hold up pretty well until we went off-roading with some weight in there and bounced around a little too much, and one of the straps broke. But it is a nice looking bag, but just be wary of if you're going to do some off-road riding with it, you might need to reinforce it a little bit. I'll finish up here by saying iScooter does have several other models. They are a very established and popular brand, so this iX7 Pro is definitely worth taking a look at. It is near the top of their lineup, with the iX8 being an even more capable off-road machine with 400 extra watts of peak power. I'll say I don't think most people need that. In dual motor mode, the scooter is very powerful and more than fast enough. Also, the iX7 Pro has a sleeker look to it. So in terms of me, if I'm going to get an iScooter scooter, it's going to be the iX7 Pro. This is a very nice scooter, guys. For more videos about e-bikes, scooters, skateboards, and drones, make sure you subscribe here. Check us out at halfchrome.com and the Half Chrome YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.